Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And it is Tuesday.
Yes.
Tuesday, June 30th. We have moved on to water because it is afternoon and we have already died today.
Yeah.
So welcome back. Had a couple days rest. There was a lot of resting.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was nice. I love afternoon naps. It's like one of my favorite things. I really do. I just love having an afternoon nap, especially when it's hot and humid and stuff, which it's kind of been. So
yeah, you just don't want to do anything.
Don't want to do much.
Sit there.
Yeah. We did get some crafting done, not as much as we had hoped, because short of physically picking us up out of this house and moving us away somehow or other, we always seem to be working a little bit.
Yeah.
But we did get some crafting. That was nice.
Yes.
That was
yes,
very
it was.
nice. So we're going to show you, we did a little bit of quilting, we did a little bit of knitting, we did a little bit of stitching. So we thought we'd start with quilting and show you quilting today, and then we'll show you something else tomorrow and show you something else on Thursday.
Right.
Okay, so shall we do, well, we introduced ourselves. We are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, where we dye yarn. Okay. All right, so shall we talk about the Triwizarding tournament?
Sure.
Okay. So, Triwizarding tournament. Lots of people finished their hats. They're looking so good. 1 second. Sorry about that. I was saying, so many people have finished their hats, including me. I haven't blocked it yet. I was trying to wear it, and it looked ridiculous.
I have to hold it.
But it just looks so bad against my shirt.
your shirt at all.
Anyway. This is my Godric's Hallow hat, and I really like the way it came out.
It's a nice hat. It really is.
I screwed up pretty much everything, but you can't really tell.
I mean, you do have to block it so you get the plate effect.
Because I was trying to put it on, and it looks so silly. So I think definitely if you are going to...
washing the yarn today, we'll throw it in.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Just make sure you block it.
Yeah.
You know, because it's supposed to be a tam. It's not supposed to be down over the ears or anything. It's supposed to be a tam. So, and I was trying to put it on, and Helen's like, why are you turning up the brim? And I said, because obviously I don't know how to wear a tam. I am not chic and...
worldly like I am.
No, I'm very professional. So, anyway, I finished my hat, and I love it.
And lots of people are finishing their hats, so and they look fantastic.
They do, you guys. They're so good.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're going to release the pattern, possibly tonight. She keeps talking about possibly tonight. We have 2 different patterns. There's going to be one for crochet, one for knitting. Tomorrow we will pick prizes from everybody who has put up pictures. So even if you are not finished yet, make sure you put up pictures on either Crafting with the Toads on Facebook or our Ravelry group, the Crafty Toads. And yeah, make sure you put up the pictures, and we'll just pick some random prizes because one of our viewers sent us a box full of yarn that has...
There are bags and...
There's a whole bunch of stuff in there to give away, and then Shayna from Yumi Yarns has very kindly donated a pattern for each of the projects, so that she's donated 3 different patterns, and what we're going to do is we're going to match them so that we will buy 3 patterns from her as well, so that 2 people will be picked tomorrow to get patterns from Yumi Yarns, and what we're going to have you do is just get in touch with her, and she will gift you the pattern. So that we've got those to do, and then so Triwizarding tournament. Make sure, no matter whether you're finished or not, get us a picture.
And tomorrow is going to be a busy day because also tomorrow's July 1st, so we get a new fairy tale tomorrow.
Right. So. Oh my God, I love these yarns so much. These came out so perfect. Yeah. I am so excited about these yarns. Can't wait. Also tomorrow we are going to show the mystery yarns that we gave that we were selling for July. So if by some chance you haven't gotten yours yet, please let us know, and we'll hold off showing them until you get them. We don't want to ruin the surprise.
Because we have had a couple people get in touch with us who have friends who got the mystery yarns and they did not, and they now want them. Right. So we are going to have a shop update on Friday, and in that update will be the 2 mystery yarns that went out. There were 2 different colors that got sent. And it was total luck of the draw as to which one you got.
Right.
And then also on Friday,
Friday we're going to be talking about the Keeper of Lost Things.
So we're gonna have a book discussion on Friday for the Keeper of Lost Things,
which is an amazing
by Ruth
book.
Hogan, which is fantastic. Jumped right into our 5-star read collection, so we're going to release a new yarn collection for that.
Right, because we did a mini skein set for it.
Yeah, so good.
Really like those too. I'm very excited about those.
Yeah.
So we have fairy tale yarns tomorrow. Okay, so we asked you guys to send us in suggestions for yarn pairings.
Yarn pairings.
And you guys said
Yarn pairings.
You stepped up to the plate. Yarn pairings. All right. So we picked one, and we picked some yarn for you. First up is Lisa Card. All right. She says she has a son who's going to be a college sophomore in the fall whose school colors are green and yellow. She has a daughter who will be a high school senior this year, and she almost definitely will be going to a college whose colors are purple and yellow. All Mardi Gras, all the time. So she's been trying to imagine a project with those three colors for a while. She found the Sutures Shawl by Camille Descoteau, and she wants to start with the Crocus colorway, which has green and yellow and purple in it, and she needs green and purple matching to go with it. So,
The Suture Shawl is gorgeous. I've had that in my favorites for a long time.
yes.
It was actually the shawl I'm working on now. It was coming down between that and the one I actually chose.
All right, so here is... Here is a picture of the Sutures Shawl, which, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
is stunning. Absolutely stunning.
And she has done it in very light, airy
Yes.
colors.
Here is somebody else's that has done it in slightly darker colors. So what we thought was, starting with Crocus,
So this is Crocus Fairy.
if you want to start with Acorn, Acorn is a lighter green, so that it's going to be a little bit of a pop of yellowy green against it. And then if you want to bring in the purple, oh, by the way, we have a new color. So this is, the new color is this purple. It's Dear Reader. It's going to be part of our Jane Austen collection. And
It's going to be available on Friday.
it will be available on Friday, and soon to come mini skeins also, because
Yeah.
we have a mini skein collection we're going to put together with it. But this, I think, is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to go with a slightly darker green, we can add in
That's going to blend in with the green
Carrisford.
that's in the yarn itself.
So that's really nice, because that's a darker color. And then for the darker green, a darker purple, you can either go with Nomad, which is going to be a pop, or you can go with Peter. Now, the other thing was, we have Lewis, and Lewis is, the whole reason behind Lewis is Mardi Gras, because it's the Princess and the Frog. Lewis is an alligator from the Princess and the Frog, from the Disney version of the books, or from the Disney version of the movie, and he plays a trumpet, and he wants to be part of Mardi Gras. So we dyed this in Mardi Gras colors. So when you were talking about all Mardi Gras all the time, this jumped into my head. With this, we can put, again, Acorn.
And on this one, Acorn's going to be the blend.
Right.
Because it matches the green in the yarn.
We can put Nomad for the pop of color. We can put Peter, which is closer to the actual purple of, so this is going to be a very blendy shawl. However, the stripes, the swatches in the shawl are very thick.
Yeah.
So that you're really going to have definite.
Yeah, it's just going to be kind of it might be more of a fade into this,
Right.
the block as opposed to a definite. So or you can go Carrisford.
Depending how deep of color you want to
Yeah.
go. So there are some options for you as far as the suture shawl, which is gorgeous.
And all of them
Absolutely
are available now except for Dear Reader, and that'll be in Friday's update.
right.
So
Okay.
thank you, Lisa.
Thank you very much, and thank you to everybody else who sent them in because as I'm putting them into the spreadsheet, I'm like, ooh, we should try this, and ooh, we should try that, and I have a column of notes that's like, ooh, we should try this. So we do have that to do too.
Yes.
Okay, so today we thought we'd show you a little bit of quilting that we did. We did get some quilting in, and we are both working on the beginner shawl quilt. I don't know what I'm saying. My goodness. Okay, we're both working on the beginner quilt from Fat Quarter Shop. And she has, if you are into quilting, she has a ton of free quilt patterns that you can do that are just amazing. So this is the ultimate free beginner quilt. I brought a piece of the fabric so that I could say it's Small Things, Country Creatures by Irene Lewis. Or by Lewis and Irene.
Yeah.
By Lewis and Irene. And here is my first block that I had already gotten done. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but each of the pieces of fabric is a different animal. So there's a mouse, a fox, a deer, and an otter. And then this is my second block, which are squares. And this is bringing in some hedgehogs too.
Nice corners.
Thank you. And then here's my third block. It's a square within a square within a square. So those are my 3 blocks that I'm done so far. I do have a 4th block that I'm mostly done. It's almost done. But
Only mostly did.
yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. But anyway, that's almost done. It's working. I'm working on it. Okay.
I got 1 block done because I have the first 6 blocks done, which I've already shown, and I am doing it's the Little Clementine Fat Quarter Bundle from AGF Studio, Art Gallery Fabrics. So, Little Clementine. And this is block 7, and this was a lot of
Piecing and
piecing and everything. But it's really very cool.
stuff. I love it.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun to put it together.
Yeah. I really love the fabrics.
Yeah. So, it's very cool.
Speaking of quilting, I don't know if you guys saw in I'm pretty sure it was yesterday's New York Times, there was an article. It's all about Rosie Lee Tompkins, and she is sorry, somebody's having a tantrum.
Okay, really?
Hi. Okay.
There's like this much room between us and the camera, and now there's no room because there's a spike between us. If I mentioned it's 95 degrees.
And humid. Okay, so the title of the article is
He's hairy.
The Radical Quilting of Rosie Lee Tompkins. And if anybody is interested in fabric or quilting, this was a really, really interesting article to read. She is an African-American quilter. She was born in rural Arkansas. She was a cotton picker. She picked cotton with her mother. She also pieced quilt tops with her mother. And that's where she learned to quilt. But what she did was she didn't follow patterns. She took fabrics. She quilted in velvet. She quilted in cotton. She mixed fabrics. She has one quilt that has an entire tea towel in the middle of it that she just started with.
Okay.
She was quilting in the 60s and 70s and 80s, but in like the late 60s and 70s, flea markets would have all different sorts of fabrics that were really inexpensive, and she would just go to these flea markets and buy them. She has one that's all embroidered flowers from different fabrics that were made of embroidered flowers, and then there's a piece in the middle that is Jesus blessing people, so that it's all built around this. But it's just, she cut rectangles or squares. She has some with crosses in it. She's got some that the middle is one thing, and then she's got like almost miniature quilts going around the outside, and it's just all different textures and colors. It's not necessarily my aesthetic, but you admire the brilliance of this person who made these gorgeous quilts, and she turned them into an art form.
Yeah.
And part of it, the article is about a collector who found her and started collecting her quilts, and by the end, he had over 3,000 of her quilts, which, I mean,
God.
let's start with
She
the
made
fact that
3,000
she
quilts.
made 3,000 quilts.
Right.
She made quilt tops. She didn't make the quilt.
Okay.
She made the quilt tops, and then she had somebody else
Right.
do the quilting for her. But,
Still, she made 3,000 quilt tops.
yeah, the University of Berkeley.
Look at me, over 4 days I did the block.
The university no, it's at the Berkeley Art Museum at the University of California in Berkeley.
Okay.
But one of their curators had originally found some of her quilts put on a show, and she was one of the first quilters to actually have an art show
Oh, okay.
for her work. And when the collector died, he willed all the quilts to the Berkeley Art Museum.
Okay.
The whole reason is they're doing a virtual tour right now. I'm pretty sure you can sign on and see some of her quilts because they had just opened the gallery with her quilts, her exhibit in February, and then COVID-19 shut everything down. So I think they are doing it as a virtual tour right now, and then it's open to, they're hoping to open it later in the year.
Okay.
But her real name is Effie Mae Martin, and she was the eldest of 15 and a half siblings, and
15 and a half?
no, sorry, 15 half siblings. That came out of order. She was the eldest of 15 half siblings, so that, but she grew up in rural Arkansas,
Right.
you know, working for somebody's farm, and their family moved slowly west until they landed in California.
Okay.
And there was a community in California where they lived. And
Okay.
it's really, really interesting because just using all these different fabrics, and she used them as political statements, and she used them as
Religious,
just
yeah.
everything. She would embroider her name usually in it somewhere, and she usually had, there were three, she was born September 6th, 1936.
She's got the same birthday as me.
Yeah, almost. 2 years
Not
earlier.
almost.
No, 2
No,
years.
no, I'm the same
38.
day, yeah. Same day's birthday as my mom.
But she would embroider. Huh?
Our mother.
Yeah, she would embroider 9636 somewhere in there.
Oh, okay.
Or she might just embroider sixes in because she had a whole bunch of sixes
Yeah.
and birthdays in her family. She would embroider the Psalms that she was reading because she would read Bible verses every day. So every now and then there'd be just a Psalm number or something. She tucked things into her
Okay,
quilts.
okay.
It's so interesting
Like a
to read
treasure
about
hunt.
her. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that I thought it was really, it's such a great article, so that if anybody wanted to go and find it, I'm pretty sure it was in
I'll
June
try
29th.
and find the link and put the link in the show notes down below.
Okay, but it's just, you know, if you're interested in fabric and quilting, it's somebody who's completely different from the way that we quilt, but brilliant in her own way.
Yeah.
You know,
And
so
complete, I mean, artist.
yes, so that they say that her use of color is just phenomenal.
Okay.
She has some that look like rushing water just because of the way she placed the colors.
okay.
And there are some where it's almost blacks and blues, and then all of a sudden there's this bright pop of color, and it's, you know, you don't expect
Right,
it.
okay.
You know, it's really, really interesting. So if you're a fabric lover, go find this article. It is The Radical Quilting of Rosie Lee Tompkins. And
Okay.
I just thought it was so interesting to read. Okay. I am off to go pick up lunch because we're starving. Do you know, it's always like this. We podcast and I say I'm starving. It's like I never eat.
It's like we don't let her eat.
I know. And that's
You
not
don't get to eat until you podcast.
Anyway, I'm off to pick up lunch. I'm also off to drop off packages at the post office, so more yarn is going out.
Yes.
So if you were expecting yarn, it's coming. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not it. I'm very sorry. We do have one more thing. Candace sent us a book, and I'm so excited about this because we have read And we have actually recommended some of Enid Blyton's books. We read the Adventure series, but I have never read the Faraway Tree collection because it's never available in the United States.
Right.
And Candace found it in England and sent it over.
And had it shipped to us from England, which was
Thank
so
you
sweet.
so much. It came, and I can't wait to read
Right.
it. So thank you very, very much. I'm very, very excited about this because I really like Enid Blyton very much. Okay. All right. Now I believe I am done.
Okay. Everybody have a wonderful day. We will see you tomorrow. Stay tuned to Facebook and Ravelry.
We'll see you tomorrow.
New patterns coming.
Bye.
Bye.